I'll just deal with this area down here and show you how I develop the bank. Start by getting an edge in the edge of the bank. I don't want to make a line completely along it, so what I'm doing is some overhangs as well, a little bit of green to overhang. We can titivate that a little bit later on by maybe put something like that. It just breaks it up a little bit, and then we bring in back in the dark like that. And again, we don't want it all to be dark, otherwise it would just be dark all the way along there. And here we just develop a few little rocks and stones and bits of interest. Most of them will disappear, but the odd few we'll hang on to. A bit of shadow in them, you see. That's it. And we've got some. And I think I'm going to bring some green out a little bit into the water, because there's going to be water here in a minute. We bring some green out. There we are. Okay, and we'll put some a bit more dark in. Maybe make one or two of those little rocks and stones more attractive, like that. Good. Now we need to darken considerably, so what I'm doing is just darkening a section there. That's good. And to enhance it, I'm using a little black. And around there. See, suddenly we find another interesting little boulder there that we can put in. Okay. I think we'll just be making that a little bit more interesting. It almost, you see, that hangover comes from here, where I've already put a little bit of, and then we make it a little bit more obvious, I think. Yeah, it's like that. Maybe a little bit of light here would be nice, just a little bit of light green there as well. Yeah, I like it. In fact, I like it so much, I think, oh look, you see now, just there, you may not be able to spot that, but I've just put a couple of little bits of interest in there as well. Just a couple of little spots and things. See, just it almost happens by chance, and a little bit of overhang there. Oh, that's quite pretty. And as you go along, you see what else you'd like to add a little bit of weight to. See how it's all beginning to merge together now? Well, it's good fun. It's great fun. There's a few little, just there, we'll put a few little, break that up into a little bit of this, a little bit of that. A little bit of ochre in there as well. And I'd do this and return to it several times during the course of developing the picture, and just see how we go. But that's something that's quite attractive. Just here, I've already put some grass in, so we'll just put some more to make it look a little bit more attractive. A bit of brown, and a little bit of black as well. The foreground, and I think we can call that almost a day. We just put a few little bits of light in as well. There we are. Now we can leave that alone for the time being, and we'll just see how we develop the remaining area up here. But it's all in the same idea. Okay, but you can, once we finish, you can have a good look at that. This area here now needs to be put together. I'm starting with some white because I want it to be very, very light there. You'll see why in a little while when we bring this bank in. But what we've got to do is start developing this now. There's a lot of green, a lot of ochre in there, but there's a lot of ivory and what light colour, because we want it to come from there. We want it to come through and down to here, and a little bit more here, where, and that's about it. Okay, now we bring the 170. I think we'll have, this is the lighter green on top of that. That. A bit like the trees really, it's all developed. It's all developed as we go along. A little bit of light. That's ensuring that we've got the light coming through. And a little bit of light on this edge. A little bit of ivory. Okay. Good. Now we need to develop it, so we move to our 168, and I've already developed that little bit there, which I like very much. So back there, and this bank here is going to be a little bit stronger, so we'll put that in to there, and then this is going to be cutting back like that, and just a little bit more like that. And we now need to start to deepen it a little. And as it's all green, we now need some ochre in there. I want to keep that fairly light, so for the time being I'm not going to put too much in there. A little bit of ochre in here too. There's a shadow of this tree coming down here, which eventually runs across the water. So we'll need to put that in. And we need to put the base of the tree in, like that. A bit of brown. And a little bit of grey. Like that. Shadow. Down there. Good. Now there's also some shadow, believe it or not, these trees coming down. So not quite sure you'd actually see that as I'm representing it there, but I like the idea of doing it, so we do it. Then we'll develop from here, and this is where we have the water coming in there, so I'm going to just develop that from there, and that will be then the water, a little bit of ochre on there as well. Good, like that. That's good. All that's going to be very dark over here, so we can afford to be dark. Base of the tree coming down. See, it's just obviously that's not going to be very much detail being put in there, and then we will develop that a little more like that. Coming along, isn't it? Black developing there. Okay, and that's as far as I'm going to be able to take it, I think, at the moment. We could develop on this side now.